Hello, World Tank Blitzers, as Littlefinger, and I've got a couple games here in the T34-85. This is a medium Soviet Tier 6 tank, and this is two games from my EU account, which I recently started so that I could post on the forums there after getting 250 games in. And so it's been an eye-opener for me in this tank. Basically the grind, it's a non-premium account, so basically log in a couple times a day and get my 2 times bonus, and then just leave it like there. So it's a very slow grind, but if I had a tank to recommend at tier 6, this would be one of my top tanks, and there are a lot of good tanks at tier 6 in my opinion. The other good medium obviously is the Cromwell. You can't go wrong with the Sherman Firefly either. But look at my team here in this game. And I don't know if this is an EU thing or what. There's a little bit of differences. But my whole entire team is sitting there on the back line, hardly even moving. This T34, I spot him up, shoot him in the side turret. He doesn't even move enough. I can shoot him a second time. I'm just wondering what is going on. And this VK just drives on up. It's almost like they're bots, but I'm pretty sure they're not. Because everyone here's got under 1,500 games. Look at this. Max totally misses me. We're going to shoot him here and just get out of dodge. Turning once to give him another shot. And he's going to climb up on the hill and get taken out. This VK still hasn't moved. This is just a very bizarre game, really. The Normandy map, I really love this map. Some of these special effects, I guess, they've put in here. These guns that shoot. Obviously, the plane that crashes right before you at the beginning. All of these hills and elevation changes. They've got buildings. It seems to be a really fun map. But anyway, you can see we've done 1624 in damage. My team is still hugging the outside of the map, and we don't have a lot of people spotted. But you can see here close to cap, there's the plane that comes in and crashes. You've got all of these nice buildings if you're a side scraping heavy to get behind. I do understand that it might be a little bit too hilly for some heavies, just with gun depression issues. So I think people are still trying to find, where the best spots to get to are on this map. And I think over time we'll start to see a pattern develop. But for now, it's been pretty much a different game every time. So we just got our second kill. There's 3 more guys left. And I see they're pretty much towards the edge of the map here. So we're going to go ahead and try to swing low. But back to my discussion on this T34-85. You've got a really nice gun with 144 millimeters of pen. You're doing 200 average damage per shot. That is if you don't mess it up and completely miss, like this shot here. I don't know what I was aiming at there. It's got some nice sloped armor, and I guess the thing that I knowingly, having played the tanks ahead of this one, you've got some really good tanks coming up past this one, so it makes the grind certainly worth it. Finishing off the ARL. Churchill's gonna start shooting, and VK bounces a shot, so he's a one-shot. We'll finish him off, and now it's just a Churchill. But the aim time on it's pretty good. The dispersion's not that great. It's a Russian gun, so but the one thing that's nice about this as a Soviet tank is you do have -7 degrees of gun depression. So it certainly makes playing on hills a viable option in this tank. Obviously, some of the higher mediums don't have that much gun depression, and it really does make a difference. 1 or 2 degrees makes a big difference. So here we're coming in on almost 3K damage in this game, 5 kills. It was just a strange battle with my whole team basically starting on the edge of the map and not moving. So it was good enough for a mastery badge. There you can see my my username and new clan there on EU, but 4 guys on one team, all with zeros. I mean, that AMX was after me like nobody's business, and yet he still didn't do any damage. So here was my second game of the day on Oasis Palms, and this one also was one of those where I know the right play here is to go to the medium light side of the map here, but I'm seeing part of my team not wanting to go that way. Looks like our heavies are going to go into town. And on this account, I've been very leery of being the lead person. I'm not going to let anybody get right behind me like that, so I stop and let him drive around. But on this game, I don't know what it was. I just decided I'd push a little bit more than I normally do. And we get a lucky bounce there. Front turret on this tank does have some nice armor. 90 mils to be exact. That's going to be a lot compared to, say, the Cromwell, which is also another really good medium, which only has 76. And just using the bounce here on that turret to get it down and snap my shot in there. It was pretty lucky, I guess. But now we've got the T34, the lower tier tank, pushing back, and with this top gun, you're not going to have any problems penning a tier 5 tank. And right now is, when I start looking at the mini map and I realize, they've got a wall of reds off to my left, and we've got 2 greens that are stuck in the corner that are going to probably die if they don't get out of there real quick. And I just want to get that T1 out of there, and I'm cognizant that everyone's here on my left, and so we've got cap at 53, so it's time to get out of here. These guys are going to turn and head towards cap real quick, and just need to make sure that we get that done. And not sure who that was back there that was in the, oh yeah, it must have been the T37. He just got into the cap there. He was back in the corner, and he managed to escape. And so now we've really got him in a pretty bad situation. If you think cap's already at 92, we've got like 3 guys sitting in there. And so now, they've got to focus on the cap. Looks like someone's got a shot in there. Knocked it down into the 60s. Meanwhile, I'm just taking shots on these guys sitting on the ridge, which they have to do because they got to reset the cap. And so it's just easy picking. So, it was a strategic map awareness decision there to go ahead and get out of there and get back into town. And obviously being a medium with 54 kilometers per hour, we can do that fairly quickly. And it's kind of actually a little bit of unfortunate that even though it's 4-on-3, we've got this game in hand. And, I go ahead and take out this M6, and that's pretty much going to put an end to the game because we're going to go ahead and cap it out, even though there's 2 guys left, that leaving a few hit points left in this game. A little disappointing. But anyway, we finished with 24-45 in damage, 3 kills, level 2 mastery, and again, 2 more zeros on the opposing team. And it's kind of disappointing that this is what wargaming has turned into. I know we like to blame it all on the great nerfing, but I'm not sure if that's quite it yet. But really, there's some people that just need a little bit more experience on the lower tiers, and now that all the fun's been taken out of them, I don't see people going back to those lower tiers to learn. So we're stuck at where we're at. grinding on that EU account. If you're on EU and want to friend me, please do so. And I hope to see you guys on the battlefield. And remember, guys, just a game, so have fun and get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.